Okay, so moving on to the introduction session of Power BI. Actually, Power BI means here BI means business intelligence tool. Okay, so it is basically used to modify the data set that you're having, basically to clean it and all, and add some extra columns, whichever is required. Those kind of things you can do. You can create a new table also out of it. Okay, and after that you can create a dashboard out of it. See, if you're having a some Excel sheet, it's not the proper one. I will show you. Uh, Wait a second. Okay, if you're having some any of the Excel sheet, okay, this is a clumsy Excel sheet. Within 1 second, you can't see the entire column also, right? But if you're having a dashboard, if you're having a dashboard like this, okay, like this, a dashboard is there, so it will be very easy for you to identify that, okay, at which point of time the value was the highest. Those kind of things you can interpret easily, right? So that is why we used to make dashboards, so that through pictures you can analyze things, because a picture conveys more than 1,000 words, right? So picture is a somewhat a very powerful entity which will give you a great insights and which will help you to interpret things, right? So that's why we are actually converting the entire structure and unstructured data into a visualization format. We are trying to do that. Okay, so for that, here usually we use structured, data itself, like a simple table and all. Okay, so there are some tools of Power BI, and one of the tool is Power Query. It cleans the data. I will explain you how. Through an example, I will tell you. Okay. Next is Power Pivot. Actually, data modeling is that feature is there in Power BI. You can connect many tables together. You can create some new table out of it. Okay. That I will explain during the data modeling session. Okay. Next thing is actually Power BI have more than 250 charts. Okay. Not only a bar chart or pie chart is there, it is having many charts like tree map, line chart, area chart, funnel chart, lot of things are there. Okay. So you can explore them one by one. Okay. I will tell you some in this basic classes. Later things you can explore by yourself. Uh, and one more thing is there, that is Power BI service. Power BI service is a paid thing. Okay. Actually, for the first 2 months, you are free to use it, but later on you have to pay for it. It is $10 per month. Okay. It is basically used to share your dashboards to the organization for whom you are working. Okay, basically, when you will join a particular company, they will give you all the access and they will provide you this service also. They will pay for that. Okay, right now we are focusing only on Power BI desktop, not on Power BI service. Is that clear to all of you? You can unmute yourself and you can tell me, because right now I'm not able to see the chat. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now moving on to Power BI facts, actually. It was designed by Ron George in 2010, and it was named as Project Crescent. Okay. Later in 2011, it was made available to public with a name uh, Denali. And after that, in 2013, it was renamed as Power BI for Office. And later in 2014, we got the Power BI, what we are using today, but it is an upgraded version. Every month, Power BI is getting upgraded. Okay. So that is the thing. That is some simple facts regarding Power BI. So whenever some interviewer asks you who designed it, you can tell them Ron George, and it was discovered in 2010. Okay. Now moving on to the importance of Power BI. Here you can see this is Google Trends. You can see after 2015 how the searches corresponding to Power BI is increasing. Continuously it is increasing. Sometimes there is a low phase is there, but quite, it is, I mean, then also people are searching about it, right? So that is the thing. And there are 1200 different functions available, like many data analysis functions are there in Power BI, which we can use to modify our data set. And 280 visuals are there that we already discussed, right? And it is very less expensive compared to any other BI tools. See, Tableau desktop is a paid one. Its cost is around $70 per month. Okay, Power BI service is having the cost of only $10 per month. So you can see that how it is very less expensive compared to Tableau. And other BI tools also you can compare, you will find the same thing. Okay. Next thing is that it can accept data from 100 different data sources. That I will show you how many data sources are there in Power BI desktop itself. After that, here you can see it is recognized as the best BI tool by Gartner company. Okay, this is that link. Okay, I will show you a magic quadrant by Gartner company, which shows that yes, it is somewhat the best BI tool. Okay, okay. So this is the graph in 2018. You can see Tableau and Microsoft. Microsoft means Power BI itself. Okay, that was gone. Yeah. Tableau and Microsoft, they are both competing with each other and they are at the same level. Okay. And this is in 2017. Still, they are on the same phase. Okay. And here you can see in 2021, what is happening? Microsoft had made very great progress compared to Tableau, right? You can see the difference over here. And this is somewhat a video, let us see. Yeah, you can see over here how the importance of different Power BI tool is changing time to time. Okay, in 2022, you can see Microsoft is at the top. Okay, again, you can see like how Microsoft is always making a progress compared to any other BI tools throughout these years, right? Is it clear, everyone? Like why we are learning Power BI is because it is the best BI tool ever, right? Now moving on to the installation part. First of all, you have to type, let me go to, yeah, light show mode. First of all, you have to write Power BI in Google search. Okay. After that, this particular link will come. You have to double click over it. Okay. After that, this page will come. Then you have to click on products, right? When you will click on products, this drop down will appear. You have to click on Power BI desktop, right? After clicking on it, you will get this page. You can change the language also if you want. Okay. Then this particular page will come. You can directly download it. Okay. It's your according to your wish. Okay. So since English is much comfortable compared to any other language in case of such coding and all, so we'll go with English only. And after that, we will download. We will click this download button. Okay. Then this particular page will appear. And if your system is a 64-bit system, you have to mark this checkbox. And if your system is a 32-bit system, just mark this checkbox. Okay. Since my system is 64-bit system, so that's why I have chosen the first one like this. Okay. After that, you have to click on next. Okay. Yeah. Here next box was there. It is not that visible, but you have to click over there. Okay. Then setup file will get downloaded. You have to double click over it. Okay. Double click on the setup file. Then as usual, you have to click next. As you do installation of any other software similar to that, you have to click on next. Then this particular page will appear. You have to click on next. Then you have to accept the license agreement. For that, click mark this checkbox, then click on next. Then if you want to change the installation path, so you can do that. in the same C drive itself. Okay, then you have to click on next. I'm keeping the default itself. Okay, then click on installs. All the files will start copying, and then finally you have to click on finish. So this particular Microsoft BI page will appear. Okay, then you can close this first two pages. Then you will get this Power BI desktop. So here you can do each and everything. Okay. So that's all about the installation part, right? And you can check whether your Power BI is a new version Power BI or the old one. If your Power BI is there in your system already, you can check that one. Check that whether this transform data option is there or not. If it is not there, that means it's an older version. And one more thing, check that whether this filter option is filter pane is there or not. If it is not there, then that means it's an older version. You need to update it. Okay. So how to do that updation? First of all, go to files. Then you have to click on options and settings. After that, you have to click on options. Okay. Then this particular page will come. You have to click on preview features. Okay. Then these many checkboxes are there. You can choose any checkbox that you want according to your choice. And then you have to click on OK. That's it. Then it will get updated, right? So that's it all about Power BI. I hope it is clear to all of you.
Can you repeat once, like from where to install?
I will share this PPT. Only the
Okay.
thing is that you have to write like Power BI in the search box. Then this particular link will come. Okay. I will explain once again. Okay. After that, you have to click on this option called products. This page will appear. You have to click on products. Okay. Then the drop down menu will come. You have to click on Power BI desktop. Okay. Then if you want to change the language, you can go for that. Otherwise, just click on download for free. Okay. So here you can see you can change the language also, since English is more comfortable than any other language in case of such coding and all. So such a program and all. So better we go with English and then click on downloads. Okay. After that, depending upon the system that you are having, if you are having 64-bit system, you click this particular checkbox. If you are having 32-bit system, click this particular checkbox. Okay. Then since my system is 64, that's why I have chosen this particular checkbox. Then click on next. Okay. After that, this setup file will get downloaded. You have to double click over it. Okay. As you do any other installation process, in the same way you have to do. Just click on next, then things will be done. Okay. After that, next. Then you have to mark this checkbox, that is, I accept the terms in license agreement. Okay. Then next. Then next. Here the path is there corresponding to Power BI desktop. If you want, you can change the path also. Okay. Then click on install. Then files will get copied. After that, click on finish. Okay. Then this page will appear. You just close it. You just close this first two pages and this Power BI desktop page will appear. Now here, if this transform data option is not there, that means it's an older version. Also, if filter pane, this particular thing is not there, that means it's an older version of Power BI. So in that case, you need to update it. So for that, go to files. Here option and setting is there. When you will click it, this particular page will appear. Then you have to click on options. Okay. There you have to click on preview features. Then you have to click the check boxes that you want according to your wish. Then you have to click on OK. That's it. I will share this PPT with you so that you won't be feeling any difficulty in doing this installation process and getting some introduction part of it also. Is it okay, everyone?
Okay.
Okay. So let us take this Power BI. Okay, here it is appearing right now. Okay, so this is your Power BI desktop, right? So what I'm going to do is I have to actually load some files within it. I mean, any data set that I want to analyze. Okay, I can actually load that particular data set in it. Okay, so in order to see what type of data set actually Power BI accept, I already told you more, actually 100 types of data sets Power BI can accept. Okay, so just you have to click this option, that this icon, that's it. Then it will show all the possible type of data sources that it can accept. Okay, here it is. Okay, all the type of data sources. Like it can accept Excel file, it can accept CSV file, XML, JSON, folder, PDF, any kind of files it can accept. Okay, 100 types of files it can accept. Whether it is a MySQL file, no issues with that. Okay, it can accept URL also. I will tell you how to do web scraping with the help of URL. Second class will be dedicated to URL as this web scraping and data modeling. So this is all type of data sources that Power BI can accept. I am taking this Excel workbook, okay? A simple Excel sheet. If I want to load over here, so I have to click on connect. Then wherever my data set is there, okay, I'm taking this Indian states and districts, okay, open. Okay, when you will take a Excel sheet, it will show you the sheets that you can select. In this particular Excel sheet, only one sheet is there. That's why it is showing only one. Okay, when I will click on this checkbox, then only it will show me the data set and then only I can load it. If I have not selected it, the load option is not highlighted, right? It's getting locked. Okay, and I will mark this checkbox, then only it will appear. Okay, now all of you, please tell me whether this data set is an appropriate one or not. By looking at this data set, this is your data set, okay? This one in the right hand side. Whether it is an appropriate data set or not, or should I modify it somehow? Any
It is
idea?
not it is not appropriate
It's
because there's
not
so many
appropriate.
null values in the data
Yes.
set.
Yes, correct. So in that case, don't go to directly load itself. You should have to transform it. Okay. If somehow accidentally you went to load, okay, then also you can transform it. Suppose by accidentally I clicked on that load. Okay, it will appear over here. It is not appropriate. It will appear over here. Then again there is an option, transform data, the same option that I told you, that was just at right side of that load option, right? It's there also. Okay, by clicking this option I can modify it. Okay, somehow by accidentally you have loaded that thing, before transforming it you can go to this option. Okay, so it appeared over here. It is showing some columns and all. They are not in the appropriate manner. If you want to see the entire data set, this is in report view. Okay, this is report view. Here you can use different charts that is over there in the visualization pane and you can use it. And if you want to see the entire data set, you have to click on data, this option. Okay, now it is appearing. You can see over here, like this is this is not having any value, this particular column. Okay, so in that case, just go to this go to this home. Okay, then click on transform data. Then Power Query Editor will appear. It's not Power BI, it's Power Query Editor. That is the thing that I told you in that PPT, that one of the tool in Power BI desktop is Power Query. That is this tool, where we can do all the alteration and where we can modify our table. Okay, so this is our table. So as one student already told me that some nulls are there. Okay, you have to check that whether all the values are null or not. If all the values are null, in that case, we can delete the entire column. Okay, when you will click over here, you can see some unique values. Okay, Andaman Nicobar is appearing many times. 3 times it is appearing. Andhra Pradesh is also appearing many times. Okay, it is actually the number of district it is having, that many times it is appearing, right? So when I will click on this inverted triangle over here, okay. Guys, all of you, can you see this inverted triangle?
Yes.
Okay, when you will click over it, you can see some what are the unique values within this particular column, right? So it is showing you some unique columns, so unique values. Here, this value is somewhat inappropriate. Like it is not a union territory or a state name, right? Rest of the things are all okay. Okay, so that is regarding this column. Now, according to this column, null is there, and rest of the things are some districts. Okay, right. Now, corresponding to this column here, you can see null, state, state type, and territory. These many things are there. It's also needed to be cleaned. Okay, null is there. Okay, so here you can see entire values are null because only null is the unique thing over here. So it means that each and every element within this column is null, right? So this column is not required, not at all required. You can remove it entirely. Okay, I will right click over it. Then I can find an option called remove. And I will click over it, it will get removed. Okay, if somehow, if I want it back, so when I will click on Control Z, it will not appear. Okay, I can't undo that option. I can undo it just by clicking this cross option in this applied step. Here, each and everything, whatever we are doing in this Power Query editor is getting noted. And if we don't want any of the step, we can just simply go to move our cursor over the cross mark and we can get that thing again. Okay. So I got this column 4 again just by clicking this cross option over here. Okay. So if I don't want it, I can again go to remove option. Okay. So remove columns. If I will click on the cross mark corresponding to remove column, it will appear again. Okay. Is that clear, everyone? You should never ever press Ctrl Z over here. It will not work for you. Always use this applied steps, whatever is there. If you want anything to be undone, just go to that particular applied step and click on this cross mark. That's it. Yes, Dharani, yeah, someone raised hand.
Yeah, ma'am. If unknowingly, if we delete the entry in that columns, what to do? Like that time, undo will be not there, right?
Here you are asking. If you have deleted the column, just move your cursor over there and click on this red mark. It will appear again. And again, if you want to remove it, just remove it. That's it. Is it clear?
Repeat once again, ma'am.
Okay. So here in applied steps, you can see removed column is there, right? When you will mark, there is a cross mark also in red color. When you will click on that, it will appear. That will get undone. Whatever column you have removed now. Okay. Now again, I am removing it. Okay. I will just select this column, header. Then I will right click. Then I will choose remove. It is removed. So automatically what is happening here, one step is coming, that is removed columns. When I will click on this red mark over here, you can see again this column is appearing. That means whatever I have done right now, I have undone it, right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, okay. So I'm again removing it because it is not required, right? It's all having null values. Okay. That is only to make you understand that if accidentally you have done something wrong, you can go over here and you can make it undone, right? Now, guys, tell me what is the problem still remaining over here? Can you identify any problem in this data set?
Yeah, there is something called www.askbankifsc code in the states.
Yes, this particular cell is unwanted, right? Something unwanted is there. It's not a name of any union territory or state. Here null is there, here null is there. That means this entire first row is unnecessary thing, right? We can delete this row. Okay, it won't affect our data set, right? It will clean it only, right? So if we want to remove this particular row, in that case, you have to go to in home. There is an option called remove rows. Okay, you have to just click over it. Okay, then remove top rows option is there. That means you can remove as many top rows as you want. Okay, when I will click over it, you can see that number of rows, number of top rows that you want to remove. Okay, so I want to remove only the first row because it is unnecessary. So I will write only one. Okay, and I will click on OK. You can see that is removed. Is it clear, everyone? I hope it is clear. So now what is this? Problem still is there. Guys, can you please identify what is the problem in this data set? Any idea?
Ma'am, the column name should be on headers.
Yes, correct. This row
Okay,
is actually
description
column
section.
header and it is somewhat unnecessary thing, right? The column header is not appropriate in this case and this first row should come as column header, right? That is your point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in that case, to make this particular first row as column header, there is one option, use first row as headers. You have to click on this. Okay, so it is appearing over here. Clear? Now our data set is all okay. I don't find any problem with it. We can check this unique values.
Ma'am, what if we want to remove a particular row, not other than this top row, in middle or somewhat like?
You can make
If
that
I
one
want to
as
remove
column by
66 row.
you can make that one as column by doing this transpose. Then rows will become column and column will become rows and you can simply delete an entire column, right? That thing you can apply. Is it clear? Transpose means rows will become columns and column will become rows like this. Okay, now what happened? Each and every column became row and row became column. If any unnecessary row is there, you can identify that one and you can simply right click and remove it. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so that is a procedure that you can do. So I'm again going to this transpose. It is all okay.
And
Now,
and
yeah,
what if you want to delete one particular cell, like one particular box?
cell removal is not okay, na? Because that we
Means
can't
in
do.
middle, if there in middle, if we have any null value or some
In
website
middle, if there
in the
is
middle of
some null value, we can we can take that one. And if it is affecting our visualization chart, we can remove it from there itself. That I will tell you later. In your task, you will identify those kinds of problems and I will tell you that I will clear that thing. Okay.
yeah, okay.
So now if you want to save it, okay, now it is in Power Query Editor. You want to reflect the same changes in Power BI Desktop. So for that, you have to click on this file. Okay, here there is an option called Close and Apply. Just click over it. Okay. Now each and every change will get reflected over here. Okay. Still it is showing some problems. Okay. Better you go with, Power Query Editor. First of all, transform your data completely there itself. Okay. Sometimes it happens. So I'm again taking that data set and I will transform it before loading. Okay, just click over here. Instead of load, you click on transform data. Automatically, it will go to Power Query editor. Okay, now whatever changes you want to do, you have to do that thing. Okay. Sometimes Power BI shows that abnormal behavior, sometimes it happens. Okay. So this is your data set. Okay. When you will click on the drop down, you can see the column names. It always appear in alphabetic form. Okay. If you want to rename this particular table name, okay, there is 3 dots over here. Corresponding to sheet 1, there is 3 dots. Okay. You have to click over there. Then you can find an option called rename. Okay. You can use that thing to rename it as state UT districts. Whatever names you, you want, you can give those names. Okay, that's it. So then particular table name got changed to this thing. Okay, now you can see the entire data set over here. So this is your data set. So guys, please tell me one thing. If you want, if you want a chart in which you want to identify that which particular state is having how many districts, how you can do that thing? Any idea regarding that? That is the idea you can use in first task. Whatever your personal task is there, you can use the same idea over there. So any idea, guys, what you can do in that case? If you want to find number of districts in a particular state in a chart, what should you do?
One axis number of states and other axis number of districts.
Correct. No.
Name of state
No.
number
There
of.
is a slight change. I will tell you. See, you have to take first of all, you have to decide any chart that you want. Okay, I'm taking the simple bar chart. Okay, so here you can see Uttar Pradesh is appearing how many number of times? Any idea, guys? How many number of times a particular state is appearing? The number of
As many
district it
as,
is having,
yeah,
right?
the number.
Number of districts.
Number of district it is having. So what you have to do? Put the state over x-axis. Okay. So the state names will appear over here. And put the same state over y-axis also. Automatically, by default, it will become count of state. Okay. Right. There is option called count. By default, it is selected. Okay. Now you can see each and every Uttar Pradesh is having how many districts? 75. When you will move your cursor over there, you can see count of state is equal to 75. Uttar Pradesh is appearing 75 times. That means it is having 75 districts, right? You have to put both state in X and Y axis. Then only you will get it. Okay. When you will move to this Madhya Pradesh bar, you will see it is having 55 districts. Regarding Gujarat, it is having 33 districts. Regarding Jharkhand, it is having 25 districts. Okay. And Andaman Nicobar, Pondicherry is having, Puducherry is having 4 districts, right? Clear, everyone? Is it clear?
And can you show one more time, like x-axis and y-axis adding?
I will again show you. Okay. This is your state, right? You select this state, drag it over x-axis. Okay. X-axis is done. Here, the state name will appear. When you will drag the state over here. Okay. When you will drag the same state over y-axis, by default, count is being chosen. Number of times state is appearing, that thing is being chosen over y-axis. Because it is accepting only numerical values. Right? Clear, everyone? When you will put both state in x and y axis, you can get this kind of graph. Okay, where state is in x-axis, then that means categorical values only, that is Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, like that different state names and union territory names will come. But when we put that same state over y-axis, it will actually count how many times it is appearing. Okay, by default. Right? When you will click this count distinct, you can see it only one times it is appearing. Okay, never ever do that. Take count only.